Sound Fusion Radio.
Hello, we are Oz Island, and you're listening to Sound Fusion Radio.
Hello.
Hello there, is that Fabian?
Yes.
Hi Fabian, it's DJ Gloss here from London, from Sound Fusion Radio. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, mate, very well indeed. Nice to hear your voice, you're coming through nice and clear.
Yep, that's good.
Hello.
Hi Jeff, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate, yourself?
Yeah, very well, thank you, very well indeed. Yep, all good. So, sounds like the sound's going to be great, so, yeah, wonderful. Good, what's the weather like?
Raining and a bit miserable at the moment.
Yeah, same in London. Exactly the same in London. Yeah, okay, right. Well, it's all looking good. Excellent.
Yep, ready when you are.
Okay, right. So just to confirm, we've got Fabian Cox and Jeffrey James from Oz Island. That's correct?
Yes. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very good indeed. So, how did it all come about? Tell us how you came to form Oz Island.
We was all studying at a college at the time.
Yeah.
And we all got together and got in the studio. We all loved reggae, so we got in the studio and had a jam, and everything just come together. And in the end, we started writing songs, and everything was just blending too good to be true, and we just kicked off from there. That was about 2010, so that's how we started.
Wonderful, that's good. So so you say you particularly like reggae. You know, what was your inspiration to play reggae? Because I mean, you're all fantastic musicians. You could probably play any genre. What's the thing with reggae?
Probably biggest inspiration would have been our families, because our family played a lot of reggae here.
Yes, yeah.
We've got our own indigenous style reggae up around Australia here.
Yes.
But in Western Australia, we have our own, we call it saltwater reggae style. There's a bit of rock reggae. Yeah, we learnt a lot from our uncles and grandfathers and stuff. So that's probably our biggest inspiration. But like, you know, the main artists like Bob Marley and Steel Pulse and Lucky Dube, they inspired us a lot in a way too. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. So, tell us a little bit more about saltwater reggae. Does it have a very different feel? I mean, I know that Oz Island sound unique in their reggae style, and to be honest with you, that's what people are loving here when we play you. Everyone comes back and say, "Wow, what a fresh approach! Isn't that great?" You know, so perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we've sort of come up with our own sort of style.
Yeah. West indigenous kind of style, but it was our plan from the beginning to be unique, so we pretty much came up with that particular style ourselves, and we just so wanted to develop something new and different. The saltwater reggae, we kind of came up with that ourselves, because we call ourselves the seaside indigenous people. Like, you got the desert and the coastal people, and
yes.
So we decided to call it that is really relative to our background and culture. That
sounds great. Yeah, I'm getting that, and the style is very unique. You know, when my producer sent through your demos to us originally, and I listened and I immediately thought, wow, this is different. This is really nice, and we started to bring you to air. The first tune I played was Swan Point. Is that a real place?
Yeah, that's Swan Point was a song Jeffrey wrote. He can tell you all about Swan Point.
Go on, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Swan Point. That's a place where my family land is. It's pretty much my home, yeah. And that's in the coastal area, and by me living in the city, chasing my dreams, I had my moments like being homesick and wanting to go back home, but yeah, basically that song is just about, it's just my expression of saying there's no place better than home.
It comes through. It definitely comes through the song. Listening to Swan Point, I've got this vision, and don't forget, I've only got the picture that the song paints, but I've got this vision of a beautiful place by the sea, somewhere where you can sit in solitude and think about stuff and see, the sort of sun and the wind coming in off the sea, and that's what Swan Point says to me. Am I getting the right image?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the feeling you get when you're there, when you're in your home, your own country. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely comes through in the song. And I must admit, I absolutely love Swan Point. I mean, that one to me really took it away, and like I said, it was the first one I ever brought to air. And all the listeners here, in fact, across the world, because we are an internet station, were very impressed and very much enjoyed Swan Point. So that's great. Just looking at the pictures that you have as well, the sea element is very, very strong in the pictures you have on your website, the Oz Island website. I love the pictures of you guys in the sunset holding the guitars up in the air. That's brilliant. Loving that.
Yeah, that was a place around Perth here, along from our country. The place is called Point Perrin. Yeah, that's just out of Perth.
Yeah.
We want to go back home and get some photos of us back in our own country, but we're
Swan Point.
Yeah, mainly. That's all of our country, But but we're from different areas of Australia. Like we're pretty spread out where we're from.
Yes.
But we got together, and we made our own sound. Yeah. We have different languages between us all, and all different tribes. Yeah. So.
Wow. Yeah. So actually, between yourselves, you actually speak different languages, not just English and your native language, but different native languages too.
Yes, we do. We all speak different language, but the language song that's on there is the lead singer J.P. James. That's his language from Maningrida. What is the language called?
Brada.
Brada language. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. See, we don't know that. That's news to me. I mean, there may be listeners that did know that there were different languages amongst your native people, but we were not aware. So, wow, finding out stuff. It's definitely an education. Definitely wonderful. There you go. So, where do you play regular gigs anywhere? Is there somewhere where you play regularly?
Yeah, we try to do more community sort of events, play for families and children, and just get all families together and have fun and dance, and they can't help but move. But we're playing all around the place at the moment, starting to fly around in Australia and stuff.
But our main aim is to get the big events. Yeah, we're aiming big at the moment.
Good for you.
We always have been. Sorry?
I said good for you. That's the way to go. Aim big. Yeah, good, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
good. So we like the little stuff, we're starting to like we do it just to promote ourselves, but we're mainly aiming for really big events. Mostly, yeah.
So have you got
Make sure we look.
Sorry, go on.
Got to look after our fans too.
Definitely got to look after your fans, that's for sure. I mean, and you've got a few more over here in the UK as well, because they're seriously enjoying your style of reggae. This morning you were retweeted by an organisation called Save Reggae. I don't know if you know of them, but they retweeted you this morning, which put your band name under the noses of thousands of reggae lovers right away across the world. So, you know, that's always good exposure for you guys. And we have many listeners, you know, more from a sort of Jamaican persuasion, but, you know, we have many sort of listeners across the board in the industry. So, you know, your name's getting out there. I know you're exceptionally well known in Australia. I can see that by your sort of the level of popularity you have there, which is great. And hopefully we can kind of raise the game a little bit across the world. So are you planning any tours this year? I mean, obviously in Australia, but are you going to go further afield at all?
Yeah, we want to tour around our country.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fans around. Everyone wants us in every town and every country. And you know how big Australia is.
Huge.
we live in Western Australia, and Western Australia is as big as 3 countries. You can fit 3 countries in our one state.
Wow.
So we're going to tour Western Australia, and then off to around Australia, and then overseas for sure. Yeah, definitely going to make it happen.
Yeah, we're looking at making a new album late this year, so hopefully that works out for us.
Definitely. Well, if you're releasing a new album, please let us know about it here at Sound Fusion Radio, and we'll certainly get it played for you. You know, get it out there amongst our listeners, and get you some exposure from here in London. Like I said, we are listened to all over the world, but you know, we're a London-based station, so obviously our sort of main, shall we say, family audience is within the sort of London and the UK area. So there you go. That's something we've got to get used to about Australia, because down the road for you guys can mean a plane ride, whereas down the road for us is like, you know, you can walk there. So what are you guys up to at the moment? You're recording right now for the new album?
At the moment, we're working on supporting a few other artists, and we've been playing a few festivals. We've just done a festival up north with a young girl artist. She's getting well. She's internationally famous now. She was actor in the Sapphire movie. Did you see the Sapphire movie?
I haven't, no, but certainly I'll look it up after the interview, that's for sure.
Yeah, her name's Jessica Malboy. We just done a concert with her.
Wow.
She's really big in the industry. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then we're working on, coming up, working on doing our albums and touring, and going to do a film clip up and stuff, but we should have some live clips up pretty soon on YouTube. So, yeah, we'll let everyone know around the world that. Yeah,
that's great. Right. Yeah, anything you want to let us know about, just let Anna know, and you know, we'll be on it straight away. So that's really good, guys. We're really looking forward to, you know, new stuff from you, and we're still loving the old stuff. Every day this week, we're playing at least 3 of your tunes every single day. So, and they're going out on the breakfast show. I don't know if you've managed to tune in yet.
Yeah, I've tuned in. Yeah, I'll get Jeff to tune in. I'll show him.
Yeah. Tune in on your iPhone, because you can use the app there. But what's your data package?
I tune in on my iPhone, so I'm pretty lucky.
That's good. Excellent. Great. So I'm glad that you're listening. Got to ask you, which one, or maybe both of you, who does the lead guitar stuff? Wow.
Jeffrey, Radio.
Tell us about it, Jeffrey. Come on, talk to us about your lead guitar solos, mate, because I tell you what, I'm loving them. They're great. And you don't get that many in reggae, but you guys do them, and it just sounds awesome. Tell me more.
Yeah, well, out in the country, you know, I grew up with a lot of 80s stuff. But my main inspiration was Joe Satriani. Yeah. Yeah, and Steve Vai. And I always, since I was a boy, I always wanted to be like them. And so most of my playing, you know, most people say I'm a bit like, I sound a bit like them, but I'll try to be different. And and I've always played rock, but rock wasn't doing the best for me. Wasn't getting me anywhere, and so so yeah, like we said, we started off at this college, so that's where I met the boys. And yeah, we started Oz Island, and so I just laid back and think to myself, how am I gonna do this? And so I decided to use my skills that I already had, try to mix it with reggae to make it unique, and I try to blend it in as sharp as I can, and try to just make a unique reggae with a distortion, clean distorted sound to it.
It sounds great. Yeah. It does sound great, and the lead solos that you're doing over the top of the reggae stand out for me very much. Enjoying that. That's great.
Thanks, man.
I think it's part of what gives you your unique sound, and the fact that it's sort of very your style of reggae is very light and airy compared to a lot of sort of the more contemporary styles of reggae, and that comes across really nicely. I think that works really well for you guys. Very much enjoy that. So, Soulmate, who wrote Soulmate?
I wrote Soulmate.
Did you? Tell us about it, Fabian. Tell us all about it.
Actually, me and my missus here were sitting down, and we started writing this sort of duet sort of song.
Yeah.
And we wrote the whole song and finished it, and I ended up getting into the studio, and I was like, "Come on, you're going to come and sing this song with me, And she was like, "Nah." She didn't want to sing it with me, so I changed the words around. So it was like a bloke singing to a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And but in it, you can still hear like there is a female there saying something, saying what she's got to say,
Yes.
But yeah, that's all about two people meeting each other and just connecting from then on and non-stop, It's just like two lovebirds, never depart. Yeah.
And that was and that's you and the missus, those two lovebirds.
Sorry?
I said, and that's you and the missus, those two lovebirds. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Smashing. That's really great to hear. Lovely. I loved the song. Absolutely lovely. And the other one, Party, I played Party this morning, and it really does feel like you're at a party. What a lovely tune. Can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Yeah, actually I wrote that one. I just, because back in the day, about 4 years ago, me and the bass player in the band.
Yes.
Yeah, he's my best mate, and we're party freaks, and so I just all I can think of is party, and so I just thought I'd just write a song about party and having fun, and I just also thought that it'd be a good song with, like, the lyrics would relate to a lot of young people nowadays.
Yeah.
Which usually party a lot, so yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
Such a great tune. Really, really enjoyed listening to that one. So what are you guys aiming for sort of over the next sort of 3 to 5 years? What are your sort of aims? You said you want to go bigger, you want to do bigger gigs and so on. So maybe you can elaborate a bit more, tell us a bit more about what your aims and goals are.
Our next plans is to get as big as we can, travel the world,
Yeah, be a worldwide band.
Yeah. Get in the mainstream, get on the main charts, just crank it and get well known, so everyone knows us. Everyone knows who Oz Island is. Everyone knows Oz Island music, because Oz Island is Oz Island. Anyone asks us what style of music you play, and we just say Oz Island reggae, because we got our own style of reggae, and it's now been called Oz Island reggae. So we're getting out there and doing as much as we can, and yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to keep pushing and keep on. We'll get out there. We should be in London soon.
Yeah, we want strangers.
We'd love to see you in London. If you do come to London, make sure you tell us, because one, we'd love to come and see you play, and two, we'd love to get you in the studio live and bring you on air and talk to our listeners directly, which would be really great. So make sure you hook up with us if you're going to come across to London. That would be brilliant. And I just want to say the Oz Island style of reggae is very much appreciated here in the UK. It's different, but it's different in a really, really nice way. And I haven't heard anyone yet that hasn't appreciated it in a very positive way. There are a lot of reggae lovers that listen to our radio station, and they're all loving you guys. So, that's a great indicator from this side anyway, from our point of view. Is there anything you want to say to the listeners here in London at all? Would you like to tell them anything? Please do so now if you need to.
We just want to say a big shout out to everyone out there that love reggae music. And peace, love and respect. Remember it, live it, and love it.
Yeah, we also just want to say, London, England, and Ukraine, we love you guys. We can't do it without you guys. So we thank you very much from the bottom of our heart for your support, and we thank you for loving our music. So we love you too.
That's fantastic. Thanks, guys. Can I ask you one more favour before I let you go?
Yep.
Okay, would you do a drop for me, a jingle, something like "This is Oz Island" and we listen to Sound Fusion Radio with DJ Gloss, something like that?
Hello, we are Oz Island, and you're listening to Sound Fusion Radio. Thank you.
Perfect. That's great, guys. And what I'll do is I'll play that before I play your tunes, so that just comes in as a jingle over the top, and it just makes it a little bit more personal, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Cool as, man.
Okay, that's brilliant. Guys, is there anything else you'd like to say before I say goodbye? And thank you very much indeed for your time today. We'd like to talk to you again, especially when you've got the new album out. We'd love to talk to you some more, and, if you're up for that. But if there's anything you'd like to say...
No problem. Hey, thanks for having us on radio, and thank you very much for playing our music. Hey?
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Never a problem. Never a problem. Oz Island, you're absolutely delightful. Love your music. Lovely guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. You have a lovely day, and we'll speak again soon.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks, DJ.
Yeah, take care, guys. Thank you. Bye. And there you go, the two guitarists there from Oz Island, your Australian saltwater reggae band. Absolutely loving having a chat with them. Great guys, very, very laid back, very, very, shall we say, chilled and into their reggae. And it was lovely to hear about the Swan Point and also Soulmate, hear a little bit about how those tunes came about. There you go, the guys from Oz Island.
Hello, we are Oz Island, and you're listening to Sound Fusion Radio.
Right, you're going to have another tune from them very, very soon.